Hello, my loves. Hello, my thrivers. There was a time when I was working out 5 days a week, when I was doing YouTube videos, when I was going to the gym and looking around and saying, how come I don't have the results? There was even a time where I was doing Beachbody programs and looking at my coaches and wondering why I didn't have their results. And there was a time when all of a sudden, the things I'd seen in myself, the things I'd seen in my journey, the things I'd seen in their journey came together in this, oh, that's how it works moment that really gave me the leverage to have a huge physical transformation, and not just have a physical transformation, have a physical transformation with every single Beachbody program since. Where if I commit to a program, there is no way at the end of that program, I have not seen a change. Are you ready to know what it is? Because you already have it. I'm not selling you a darn thing. You're in this group because you have the tools. The reason you're not screaming your results from the rooftops like the people who are talking about those non-scale victories, talking about those workout gains, talking about how their complete relationship with their body is transformed, is because you're missing this. Do you want it? Do you want to know how to change it? I did. When I first started with this, I started in the worst shape of my life. And I started with 21 Day Fix. And I was very, very, very skeptical that 30 minutes a day was really enough to completely change my life. I was very skeptical that when 2 of those days were stretching and yoga, it was going to change my body. I was really skeptical that when 2 of the days were weightlifting and not as much cardio, that I was going to burn enough calories to actually make a difference and see results. The more that you understand the process of why these are the elite programs and how to use them to get elite level results, the happier you are going to be with every single program you do. The happier you are going to be to get up and press play every day. It's just going to be this thing that you are so excited about. Every single day you just stop fighting the desire to work out. And if you're somebody who already likes it, you're going to feel for the first time this liberation of all I need to do is press play and the results are like on their way. Package is in the mail. And it took me time to understand what was happening for the people who were getting better results than me. And why sometimes I was getting better results and sometimes I wasn't getting good results. And sometimes I could really stick with the workouts and get them done every day. And sometimes I just couldn't. Be like all day in workout clothes, waiting to get it done, trying to find the time, trying not to make excuses, frustrated that 21 days would go by and I couldn't tell a difference. There are a few things that I can give you that can make all the difference, and you already have access to all of them. What we're going to be doing in this community is once a month, we're going to have a Zoom call led by one of us coaches, and it's going to continue to repeat and work on all the elements of the mindset of how you're going into these programs, the functionality, how to use the program technically to get the best results. We're going to talk about how to actually measure your results to be secure that no matter what, at the end of every single program, you at home will have a before and an after. You will have a transformation that is mental, that is physical, that is emotional, that is transformational, not just inspirational. Not just watching the coaches dance with Shanti, but you feeling that confidence to dance with Shanti. You feeling your booty raise in bar, not just somebody else. So you do not want to miss this Sunday night's call. But I'm going to help you out right now, because I'm going to give you some things that you can do now to get even more out of Sunday night's call. And that is what you're going to see this is all about, is understanding what are the things that move the needle. What are the things that really give you a physical transformation every month if you want one. Okay? So, number one is to choose a program and take 5 days to do it. You heard me. Take 5 days to choose your next program. Watch the Meet the Trainer video. Do a sample workout from each program you're thinking of trying. Take a look at the calendar. Do you want to commit to something that's going to be 21 days? Do you want to commit to something that's 2 months? Do you have an event coming up that's 90 days away? An 80-day obsession would be perfect. Or do you have something and something in mind that's 100 days away and you want to do morning melts on 100? You need to think ahead as to what is going to pull you all the way to the end of that program. Maybe you want something short. Maybe you want to stick to 21 days, 3 weeks. I can do 3 weeks. I can focus on 3 weeks and start there. Take a look at the program at the beginning. In this 5 days, how many minutes is it? Do I have the time to commit an hour like 80-day obsession? Or do I need to stick to 20 minutes? And I need to really cap workouts that are only 20 minutes long. Maybe I can do 30, but anything that goes over 30, I'm already going to resist. I'm not going to want to do it. It's certainly not something I can do every day. Do I want something that's 7 days a week or 5 days a week? You need to take the time to ask yourself these questions and watch the Meet the Trainer video for each program. Watch the sizzle video, the marketing video for each of the 5 programs you're going to look at. Ask your coach to recommend a few that are in your zone of consciousness once you've picked these, and do the sample workouts for 5 days. Then commit. Get excited. Immerse yourself in what you're doing. I'm going to give you an example. This cup is my bar blend cup. I bought it when I was doing the bar blend workouts. As you guys know, I fell madly in love with bar blend, but I am not a buyer. I don't like to buy stuff for no reason, but I have learned when I watched what was the difference between my results and other people's results is that getting into the culture of the workouts that I'm doing is getting the mindset that's going to get me everything that they're promising because they deliver. It's proven. So when I was doing bar, I got a hot cup that felt in the colors of bar and that made me feel very Elise. I used the affirmation cards that she talked about in her program. And I watched her on Instagram every day. And I immersed myself in Elise so that every day when I went to the bar, it was like I was going to meet my friend. I found other people in the group. I did the program when it launched, so I did it with 6, 7 people and created this FOMO every day. If I wasn't doing the workout, I was missing out on something. Not only that, but if everyone else is talking about how hard it was and I didn't really push myself, I felt left out. Everybody's taking a before picture, and you take a before picture, you want an after picture. When they say take one at week 1 and week 4 and week 8, you take one at week 1 and week 4. And I remember at week 4, I was like, ooh, I really want to see more change. And that pushed me to push harder in the workout. Because I felt like I could do better. In the next 4 weeks, I did understand more. I could do better. I could raise the bar. That immersion in the process changes your entire experience. You get so into it. When I was lifting weights, I got the gloves. None of this stuff is bought on Beachbody other than the cards, guys. This is stuff I went to AliExpress cheap. I didn't spend a ton of money on it. When Live 4 came out, I got the weightlifting gloves, and that pushed me to lift heavier. I watched the people who committed the program. I watched their results. I watched what they did. And I said, I can do that. I can do that. I can track my weights. I never tracked my weights like that before. I can actually see that there's going to be improvement. This is going to feel easier. This is going to feel harder. I'm able to lift more. And I got amazing results. This shirt, I have this whole boho vibe going on after I started really getting into Shanti and the dance workout and the Let's Get Up. And I'm like, yeah, I want to feel like I'm in Hawaii every morning when I press play. I want to make sure that I get my son's extra speakers from his room and hook them up to the computer so that when I'm playing that song to dance to, I am grooving like anything. I challenged the coaches to go live doing the dances in our group because I saw the people who got the best results from Let's Get Up in the test group were doing the dances live, and that really pushed them to push themselves in the program because they didn't want to look ridiculous going live in the last. Not only that, but it pushed us so much that we do the extra 10 minutes. Like we rewind it to do the dance again because we just live it so much. It's so much fun. We add an extra 6 minutes to the workout, rewinding and doing the last 2 dances again. Getting immersed in whatever program you're doing after you've thoughtfully chosen it is key to having a transformation. If it's 21 days or it's 90 days or it's a 9-week control freak or it's MBF. In MBF, I got the cup with the sticker on it from Beachbody. If you, again, not even buying just from Beachbody, if you go on Etsy, every single Beachbody program there's a Beachbody coach that made stuff and sells it on Etsy that goes with that program. And when you lean into just getting something small, getting a sticker, a decal for your cup that says you're doing that program, getting a t-shirt, putting something on, you're setting an identity. I'm doing this program. And you have an incredible transformation. And I'm not just talking about a physical transformation. I'm talking about you see yourself with this confidence. I may not have rhythm, but I'm a dancing badass right now. I'm at a bat mitzvah. I'm ready to groove because I'm in that zone. And the more programs you do, which is the incredible gift of this program, is you start to layer these other identities on. Hindi talked about how until MBF, every single program where there was jumping, she never would jump because she just knew she couldn't do it. She's not jumping. And finally, with those bod ropes and MBF, she was strong enough and had the pelvic core strength that she trusted herself to try jumping. And then she leaned into it. She got amazing results. There are so many people who they will talk about the results they got with a specific program that totally changed their life, totally changed the way they look at themselves, their body, and their fitness journey. In Morning Meltdown 100, just seeing you X out 100 workouts, I know you worked out 100 days, even if it wasn't 100 days in a row, was mind-boggling for people. They walked away with that knowing that anytime they fall off their fitness journey, it doesn't matter. They've done 100 days, they could do this. They can get right back on. But that all comes from the mindset and the way you lean in and embrace the culture of the program that you're doing. And that's why Beachbody On Demand is so much more powerful than just becoming somebody who loves barre or just becoming somebody who loves dance fitness. Because then you only get to delve into teeny weeny bit of what you're capable of. Every single one of these programs has layered up my confidence physically. When I do mobility, I feel like an athlete. Like, yeah, gotta stretch those hamstrings because I worked out. And that's also where the supplements come in. And you don't have to buy Energize and you don't have to buy Recover. And you can see so many people in this group have had amazing results without it. But I will tell you that when I looked at the coaches and I looked at my coaches, and I hate buying stuff. And I'm like, it's just protein powder. I already drink Shakeology. What do I need this Energize stuff for? What do I need this protein for after my workout? And they said, when you drink Energize, you get more reps in your workout. There are more days that you would have skipped a workout, but because you drink Energize every day before you work out, you will drink your Energize because you love it and it's delicious and it's amazing, and you will do your workout no matter what. And over a year, over the course of any program, whether it's 21 days or 30 days or whatever, those extra reps are gonna add up. And those extra times you push yourself are gonna add up. And as a woman, you don't put on muscle as easily as a man. And when you have protein, and this specific formula of protein right after you work out, the magical 3 mix of protein is going to help you build more muscle, help you maintain this weight that you've achieved, and is going to make you less sore. And you know, when you get sore, you get cranky about working out. And you convince yourself you need extra rest days, and you don't stretch, and you just kind of sit and fat ass all day in front of the TV, and really, they were right. Over Corona, I put on pounds of actual muscle, like did my muscle thing with the electricity. Every year, I see my body get better and better and fitter and tighter and lifted after I've lost weight. I know that when I'm approaching 40, I'm not afraid. I know my body's just gonna get better and better because I have all the tools and I know how to do it. I want that for you. That's why you have to be on these Sunday calls once a month to learn how to use what you have to continue to progress in your journey. I hope that today you really go back and watch to the beginning of this video. Because if you do these things, you will have a result every single program you do. You will not go a month without seeing a transformation, whether it's a 21-day transformation or a 30-day transformation. But you must do these things. You must mindfully look over the programs and make a choice. With your coach's input, of course, anytime you need help. You must immerse yourself in the culture of that program. Follow that trainer on Instagram. Look up the hashtags that go with that workout and immerse yourself in that this is possible for you. This transform, you build your mindset around this program every day. And 3, decide what gear makes you have the identity of somebody who has that transformation, who has that change, whether it's Energize and Recover, whether it's getting on AliExpress some workout gloves, whether it's getting, making sure you borrow from someone else in the group the right bod ropes for jumping instead of just using the socks and the bag. These things make a difference. And if you want to know the rest of the things that make a difference, you will not miss these calls. I don't know how we're going to be able to record them and give them out so that only people with BOD access are going to be able to access them. It is still going to be something we are going to have to figure out whether or not it's something that can still happen or it's something that we're going to have to have saved. Or I'm not sure how that's going to look at. So you really don't want to miss out on these tips. You really want to make sure you are on Sunday's call. Last thing, you are in the right place. You already have access to everything you need. If you are thinking about what your next program is going to be, now talk to people, look through the programs, do 5 days, and then ask in the group. We have so many people in this group who've been here for years who have done so many of the programs, and they will give you their feedback. Look up their hashtags on Facebook and Instagram, see what people who did the program said and what the results really were. And I promise you, they are not fake. When you go to look at these transformations, your first thought is going to be, that must be fake. Must be nice to be able to lose 18 pounds in 3 weeks. And people in this group have done it. I never lost 18 pounds in 3 weeks, but I have lost 6 inches in 3 weeks. It's about when you go in with the mindset of, I am going to have a transformation with this program. I'm going to transform my mindset. And that is going to come out in how I show up in the workout. And that's going to come out in my body. And that's including modifiers. Everything you need to have a transformation is at your fingertips. Don't let it slip away. 30 days from now, 21 days from now, you can have a transformation. You could be posting a picture of yourself in this group with a transformation, holding your calendar or your coloring sheet or however you're tracking your workouts and saying, I did it. Or you could still be feeling lost and complaining that you don't know how to get the most out of what you're paying for. I know which one I choose. I'm on my last few workouts of Let's Get Up. Don't you want to know what I'm doing next?